Hello students, this video is going to go through the basic steps of assembling the pages of a flipbook. Now the flipbook I have here on my table may not necessarily be the one that you're assembling, but the process is exactly the same. It just means that some flipbooks might have more pages than others, but it's still the exact same routine. One of the things you're going to find is when you print out your pages, if you print them out on your own, you're going to get an instruction page like this one. It's going to explain to you which pages go on the back of the other pages. So you see page 1 is copied on the back of page 6 upside down. So this is what that's going to look like. So what I did was I found page 6 and I found page 1, and now you see I took a piece of tape and I just taped them carefully together on the corners so that you can see. If you look at page number 1, there it is. On the back of page number 1, it's page number 6, but it's upside down. And the way you want to check your work is, if you do this right, if you turn the page with the highest number showing and you flip the other side over, see how the number 1 is on top of the number 6? That means you've got them the right way. It would work just as well if you showed the 1 and you flipped over the other side. You can see the 6. If you flip it over like this and you don't see two numbers, then you know that you don't have the page upside down on the back. So that's the biggest thing. Look at your instruction page, the last page of your flipbook printout. Figure out which numbers go together, and then one number is going to go on the back of the other number, except that one's going to be upside down. So look what I did. For this particular flipbook, my instructions said 1 and 6 go together upside down, 2 and 5, 3 and 4, and then 7 and the title page. And the title page is pretty easy to find. It's right here. You can see it actually has the titles on it, and I actually on this one put a label that says title page. So I took I think there was 8 pages here, and when I end up putting them back to back in the right order, and the back one's upside down from the front one, you'll see that now I really just have 4 pages here. Now if you're picking up a printed packet from the office because you don't have a printer, this will already have been done for you. You're already going to have the pages upside down and on the back of the other ones, so that job's already done for you. For those of you who are printing your own, you're going to have to put these pages together on your own. Like I said, just a little piece of tape over in one corner, a little piece of tape over in the other corner, and that'll hold it in place nice enough where we can assemble the flipbook. And now the next thing is really easy. That's the hardest part. So now what you're going to do is you're going to find which page number is the highest number. And when I go through all of these, I can see there's 6, there's 1, there's 5, there's 3, sorry, there's 2, there's 4, there's 3. This one has a 7 on it. So that one goes first. So I'll push it up so you guys can see it. There we go, page number 7, the highest number on this flipbook. Some flipbooks will have the highest page of 5. Some flipbooks will have the highest page of 3. So just put the highest number on the bottom, and then what you'll do is you're going to look for the next highest number, and in this case, the next lowest number from there. Now you see I'm going to take 6, so I'm going to go in reverse order. So 7's on bottom, 6 is on top, and when you line it up very carefully. You can see that on the bottom of each of these pages, you'll see a black line that goes across. You want to make sure when you overlap these pages, you want to get that, see if I can give you an example. You want to get that so the page on top is like right, you just want to be able to see the number, that's it. And you want to see your titles. Get it as tight as you can. Don't leave it way up here somewhere or your flipbook's not going to go together correctly. Get it down there nice and tight, sometimes just slightly overlapping that black horizontal line. And there we go. You can see our titles. So every page is going to be overlapped nice and tight. Well, now I put 6 on top of 7. Now I'm going to put 5 on top of 6. Again, if you didn't have these numbers, you go with the highest numbers first, and then you just go down each number. So if it started with 5, you go 5, 4, 3. If it had a 3 first, you go 3, 2, just go all the way down until all your pages are gone. So now I put 5 on there. Now look at this one. This one has a 3 on the bottom, but the other side is a 4. There's my next number. So the next number is 4. So now I want you to see, hopefully you can see this. I've got all my pages lined up nice and tight. I can see my titles and I can see my numbers, but I didn't leave a lot of extra space on the bottom. And now what I'm going to go ahead and do is, let me slide this up a second here so you can see a little better. Now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to hold those down nice and tight. I'm going to grab all of my top pages. I'm going to flip them over. And now you can see we're going to line those up, the top pages. Look how 3 lines up right on top of 4. Get it nice and tight. And then 2 lines up on top of 3. And now 1 lines up on top of 2. And then the last page you have is your title page. If you get it all done right, when you fold the top of your flip book, take a look. You can see that the fold is right either where the top of the title page is, or you got your title page all the way showing. In this case, it was really tight. So you should be able to see, though, the whole rectangle that has your title page name. Once you've got that done, then what you're going to do is you're going to staple the 3 different staples right along the top edge. You're going to staple in the corner here, and then staple somewhere in the middle, and then some staple somewhere on the other right corner. And when you staple, don't staple way down into the paper like down here. You're going to staple maybe about 1/4 of an inch into the page, maybe about that far, and that way it'll hold all your pages together. So I'm going to pause for a moment, and I'm going to get a stapler and show you how the stapling is done. So here I am back again. Sorry, I forgot to bring a stapler in the room. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and staple those 3 in there. Watch how far down I go. Again, you got to go down far enough where you catch all those pages. So you can see I'm a little bit into the page, but not too far. Notice that when you flip up your pages, it's nice and tight. Then the last thing I'm going to do to get myself ready for my notes is I'm going to take this paper and I'm going to fold all the pages up. Just crease it. Don't fold it all the way up to where you can see the staples. Fold it just to where you're just below the staples. Take a look at where I folded that. You can see just below where my staples are. And then I can fold every other page up. So I'm going to fold the next one up. And then the next one. And notice as I fold, I can see all the printed out parts of the notes. If you can't see all the printed out parts of the notes, then you stapled too far down. And you got to take your staples out and put them in so you can see the entire page. This happens to be a really big flip book. I think this is the one we start off second semester with. And they're not all this many pages. So look, I'm going to fold every page. Now I'm on section number 6. I'm going to fold that. Now everything looks good. My flip book is now ready for me to use. The last thing you would do is go ahead and write your full name and period number in pen, please, not in pencil. Write it in pen. And you can go ahead and decorate this. If I'm looking at the whole flip book at the end of the unit, I will give extra points if you're making it nice and pretty. Please use this wisely, because now that you have this, you can have this out every day in class and all your notes will be very organized. Every video you watch will tell you exactly which section number and which flap, top or bottom, you're going to be taking your notes in. And everything for the unit will now be organized in one nice book, and then this one happens to have a back page as well. So that's the instructions. Hopefully that makes sense to you. Have a fun time putting your flip book together, and we'll see you back in class.